going, everyone? It's Liam Catterson here with Person of Interest, episode number 11 of season 3. So, yeah, I do expect this to be a bit more of a low-key episode. I'm not sure. We've just had a bunch of intense episodes, and, yeah, obviously the last episode was going to be, it was going to be challenging because, with Carter gone, we expected Reese to go off the rails. He did. Didn't kill Quinn, but yeah, it was better than I expected that last episode because I mean, I wasn't sure how I was going to go into that last episode, but episode 10 did present, I feel, probably the best of Person of Interest thus far. It wasn't just how they handled everything in regards to dealing with Carter's death. It was just really, really nice, the touches of the interviews, especially with the characters they were then and the characters they are now, especially with how relevant it is for their for their current situation. Yeah. And then Elias just rose up on my list in terms of, you know, there are characters who like you expect characters, your favourites and all of that. And whilst I wouldn't necessarily say Elias is a favourite, he really shot up in my, good books because of yeah. So Simmons deserved it. I don't care. Don't care. You reap what you sow, now you're dancing with the devil in hell, you bastard. This is episode number 11 of season 3 of Person of Interest. Let's go. You're dickheads! You're a bunch of dickheads! Oh, it's a bit quiet, and, we could do with the quiet. Guess what? We're gonna make your life a living hell, Finch. Oh. What? We are ghosting them now? I feel like, as well, Finch is low-key a bit mad, a bit pissed off, because the call came really, really late. When it came to Carter and her dying. Because the phone was ringing, 2 seconds later, bam. So I don't know if he's a little bit pissed off and is really... yeah. That's my 2 cents on the matter. I don't know in the hell, but he's not really... Oh, is he going into hell? Maybe not.
I know it's been hard for you, Harold, what with everything you've been through and how even John's
She
left.
knows, doesn't she?
Still, you really shouldn't take it out on her.
Yeah, she knows.
I don't know what you're talking about. I haven't decided.
Decided? I don't think you got to decide.
Actually, I do.
Oh, shit.
Okay. Well,
okay.
Is that going to happen anytime soon, or should
okay.
I for some action
Whoa.
elsewhere?
Stay on file. I found them. According to this, his diagnosis is glioblastoma multiforme.
Oh,
Brain
shit.
tumor. Does it give a prognosis?
Terminal.
Oh,
so
shit.
Vic have a problem.
Are you you? Or have I just forgotten you?
You have
the latter. Oh?
Oh, well.
Oh, at least
give
she's
it
being
time.
honest.
My mind. It's like a computer with a corrupted file system. I know I want to remember something. I go to open the file, and then it's just gone. Oh. And then the next thing... Have you hard-coded the essential values?
I'm sorry?
We must check the database after every
This is
operation.
one of those moments.
Excuse me, Dr.
Vital security detail, I'd say he's got top secret clearance or better.
Yeah.
He said his tumor was causing memories to flood out of him, including some that shouldn't.
Could be. Someone's planning on shutting him up.
Yeah,
Good.
in case he slips out a little bit too much info.
Oh,
This
close.
young Finch.
Tell you what. You help
This is
me
young
with the truck,
Finch. Oh my
and I'll help you
god.
with the birds.
I love this.
Don't know where my head is lately. There, you want to try one?
Oh. Kind of similar to Glencore's
Don't lose it.
situation. I
They
don't
need
know
every piece.
if
If they don't want you to get inside, They ought to build it better.
Oh my god.
Okay, son. You held up your end. You still want to know what kind of bird that is?
Damn. Oh my god, I love that. I love that so much.
Any progress, Miss Shaw?
And it's the fact that, of course,
Security detail won't leave his side.
he knows his stuff as well.
You find out.
Arthur, please just look around. You are in a
I
hospital.
do feel so bad for Arthur.
First of all, who do you think you are to talk to me this way?
I'm Diane. I'm your wife.
This is heartbreaking. Oh my
You just don't remember.
Samaritan. It has to be operational before they can.
Whoa, what was that about Samaritan? Whoa!
What they're gonna do, but I actually do know what they're gonna do.
Because he got jumpy.
But I will not let them. I've taken precautions.
They want to
Just take
kill
easy,
it.
Mr. Claypool.
He is the most gentle man. Why would you ask?
Oh,
His
the fact
security
that she
detail.
said he
Oh,
was.
no,
Oh,
they're just here because of
he
where he works.
was.
And where was
I mean,
that? The net.
that is heartbreaking. She just said he was. Shit. Because we know he's, you know, not got long to live. And yeah, with the fact that he is having like moments where he will echo back to a memory and all of that, yeah, it's just heartbreaking. I am kind of also getting flashbacks to, I think it was In Extremis, mainly because of the fact that you know, our person of interest, he's dying. He hasn't got much time left. Although I think that I think that situation was a lot more hurried, considering he had like what 24 hours left, wasn't he? That doctor.
That Arthur will remember who I am, even for a moment. And if he does, I'm gonna be there.
So key episode. I was hoping. Nope.
I'm sorry.
This is emotional and. Oh, yeah.
I should get back to work.
Jesus.
His security detail is gone.
Oh shit.
And Claypool?
If you're NSA, then he'd be read in on all sorts of top secret information.
Information he's now shouting for anyone to hear.
Yeah.
Well, I can think of
top
about
secret out there in the
15
open.
intelligence agencies that would kill for that intel.
That occurred to me as well.
Damn.
As did the possibility that the threat may be from his own security detail.
To
Yeah.
protect the government's secrets.
Yeah.
You need to get
Who has them?
Rudy.
And where is Rudy?
This isn't a scan, it's an interrogation.
Yeah. This is truth. This is truth. Oh my god.
Is everything all right?
No.
Oh shit! How did she
Whoever the threat
just?
against Claypool is, they're already here.
Freeze! Don't move.
Wrong with me can't be fixed by you or anybody else, okay?
But what if I built a machine with lots of memory, one that could think?
Even if you could, even if you
This
could fill
is
it with all my memories, it still
Phase
wouldn't be me.
1 of the machine.
Not everything that's broken was meant to be fixed.
But if you could
Understand?
have the chance.
He's worried about you. Hell, we all are. How'd you find me? What do you think? I want my detective shield in a poker game? My glasses up a little.
Of course.
Go home, detective.
Has he been poisoned?
You're right there, Dudley?
No! Shit! Yo!
Elizabeth Ross.
A name shared with a hero of the Revolutionary War, more commonly known as Betsy Ross.
Wait, wait. They were obsessed about. Yeah! About that last time we saw. Oh, shit!
He won't come with me, Harold.
Please calm down.
Harold.
Arthur, come on.
Oh, shit.
We need to leave.
Oh, does he know? Yo!
Finally, somebody I recognize.
Holy crap. How'd you do that? Tu fais quoi?
Are they low-key prank calling someone from Paris? Yo!
Too much fun to be legal.
Uh-oh.
Harold, I need you to come with me.
Uh-oh.
About your dad.
Oh.
most brilliant of all of us. Anybody who was going to change the world, we knew it would be him. You know,
Oh.
what'd you end up doing? What's your field of expertise?
Insurance.
He's got a gun?
Shit! Nice!
As well. They're not trying to kill you, Arthur, at least not until they get some information out of you.
Just stuck on
When you were being
NSA
scanned at
mode.
the hospital,
That's
the
sad.
technician asked you who had them.
Them.
And you answered Rudy.
Rudy.
What's keeping you and your husband safe? What about a security detail? Shouldn't the Secret Service know we're here?
Yeah, well, stand next to a window, you're gonna probably get exposed. Yeah, it's a bit of a no-no.
A memory that
man.
will never die, ye sons of MIT.
Oh.
John's gonna be sorry he missed that.
Yeah, he is.
Not so much for what it does, but how it does it. The system is designed to
So it's gonna be
function
different?
to continually adapt and upgrade itself through past experiences.
You're saying
What?
that it can remember.
Is he talking about what I think he's talking about?
It would appear so.
Yep.
But then that would mean...
That there was a second machine.
Shit!
And Arthur built.
So we got two, oh, geez, we got Finch who did the machine first, and then they tried to make a upgrade, essentially, with Samaritan, because, yeah. That's how I'm seeing it, with the fact that it kind of sounds similar, doesn't it? Kinda, but there's going to be, of course, little differences.
I'll bring the information to me. I'll find a way.
Damn, Finch.
Careful, son. Don't be reckless.
Oh,
Don't get
he's
yourself
far
into
past
something
that
you
in
shouldn't.
present
They
day.
don't want you to get inside. They ought to build it better.
Oh, what he said about the car, right?
Come on.
I was this close
Close.
to making Samaritan operation.
They just needed. Oh no.
Truth is, I couldn't get it to work. I mean, I could have.
They were
The bureaucrats
close.
would have just given me a few more weeks. I know I could have cracked it. They came for Samaritan February 25th, 2005. For fear of violating civil...
Guys, oh my god. I shit you not. I am recording this February 25th. I'm shit you not. Where is the date? Show the date. Show the date. Hang on. Oh no, it's the 24th. Okay. I thought it was the 25th today. Oh no. Oh no. Well, it's still the 24th.
They'd already found it. Someone else had got there first. And built it.
Oh. Well.
Another.
Oh, he's trying to remind him of who he
My
is.
partner got shot.
Memory is an important theme in this episode.
My dad was here before he was deployed to Vietnam. Did 4 tours. He was a bona fide war hero. Was he killed in action? No.
Damn.
At the refinery where he worked. Just proves that no matter what we do or don't do in this world, bad things are still gonna happen.
I feel like you can fight this storm, but the storm's gonna engulf you.
Irrelevant. How can you say that? You saved lots of people, including me.
That's it.
You're saying that was pointless?
That's it. You've still done a lot of good. Go! Oh my god!
Come on.
Oh my god! These two are just rolling it out because he's just trying to get some clarity in his head. I mean, to be fair, he is also a bit drunk, but still, he's still hard as nails. Oh my god! Sidewalk slam!
That's not it. I remember Diane.
Oh fuck no.
Diane is dead.
Oh no!
Years ago, on June 12th, 2011.
So we got an imposter!
Luxury we no longer have.
Oh shit bags!
Hirsch.
Wait!
Perimeter secure, ma'am.
Yeah! Were they talking to her at the end of the last
He works for you?
season?
As
Yo!
did you. At one time, Agent Shaw. I assume you always wanted to meet me.
Control.
I
Yeah.
was concerned that you might disrupt my attempts to get close to Arthur.
Ah!
However, you proved to be quite useful, saving him from those misguided privacy terrorists and arranging it so I could meet your employer, who I've heard so much about. By the way, I didn't catch your last name, Harold.
It's called Screw You.
Want from Martha?
Just information. The location of his greatest achievement. Samaritan.
The Samaritan was destroyed.
Yeah, it was bullshit.
I know the official. And whoever does will be the one who gets to leave here alive.
Shit! Shit! Oh, great! Death is at 43% for how cool. Oh, deactivated. Unknown. Okay. Oh, great. Operational conflict. Okay, cool. So yeah, I mean, to be fair, like when he's Samaritan's deactivate. No, it won't be. It won't be. There's huge emphasis about how identical it is. And the fact that you're just going to be chalking it to no need. It's like, what's the worst that could happen? Like, there's no need to worry about it. He kind of survived that fall. Yeah, he did. He did. God damn. Ma'am. The person we heard on the phone at the end of season 2. Because Hirsch was working for her and Jesus. She was played like a damn fiddle. Played like a damn fiddle. You know what? I do appreciate what Person of Interest does when it comes to yeah, I was expecting something low key. This was not low key. I am not complaining as well. Like, this was massive. And I feel like this is setting things up neatly for, okay, well, let's get ready to prepare for the rest of season 3. So, yeah. Oi. Yeah, holy plot twist, Batman. Yeah. Yeah, I mean, this was really, really great stuff. Even if the Reese moments as well were very, very short. It speaks so much about, obviously, his current mind state and all of that, but yeah, it was really, really good stuff. I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I mean, the idea of a second machine is going to be very, very tantalizing. And yeah, it was just really, really amazing to just have that ending with Ma'am at the end, of course. So yeah. I do wonder though, if now that we know that there are two, like, I don't know, because I mean, the thing did say deactivated to unknown and all of that. But I have to wonder if the reason why you think back to the ending of season 2 when we had those 2 phone calls, is that because of the influence of Samaritan? I don't know. Is Samaritan talking to Root? Maybe. That would be very, very interesting in regards to the conflict of, Finch and Root. If in actuality Root was talking to Samaritan. So, because again, you have to wonder if the idea of 2 machines is, an idea to float around. Maybe this is explaining why. So, yeah. And of course, we've still got a lot to learn about Samaritan. So yeah, but it's going to be very interesting to learn a bit more about, you know, the necessity of them finding the drives and all of that, and just everything about how, like, the full beans of what happened on that day in February. So yeah. But yeah, it's just really great stuff. So, and it was just a very fantastic thing to explore, especially someone who was who had this brain tumor, who was spilling out you know, information and all of that. So, and with this very sacred information, you've got to bring vigilance involved as well. So, are they going to be against? I can see it. I can see vigilance and Samaritan absolutely trying to tear each other's heads off. So, yeah. But yeah, I'm assuming, like, that's it though. If both Samaritan and Vigilance are just caught up in this whole shebang, especially in regards to Arthur, and how, you know, Samaritan was basically there anyways all this time because of the fact that Mam, who, you know, is she posed as Diane. They're aware of their existence, and again, shit's gonna hit the fan in later episodes, I imagine. So, but yeah, I mean, I was just absolutely amazed with, of course, the revelation, especially with Arthur knowing Finch, from MIT, and yeah. It was always going to be very interesting. If he's spilling out little bits of information that no one should know, it was always going to be very interesting to see where Finch would lie in that dynamic, because, you know, he does have a few secrets of himself. And, you know, just hearing Arthur talk about the machine, or, you know, Samaritan, but it's basically the machine, a second machine. It was just, okay. So, yeah. Thinking about it, it doesn't really seem impossible, does it? Like, okay, well, we need to have a backup, really. So, especially when you think about Nathan creating a bit of a backdoor as well for the machine, or, you know, all that time ago. So, having someone create a second machine basically isn't really a far-fetched idea, I would say. So, yeah. But yeah, I was just amazed. Yeah, I was just amazed with that little revelation. So, but it also does seem to indicate that Arthur, with what Arthur said, that there are multiple, like, there were multiple attempts from groups to try and create what they had created. So, yeah, but yeah, it was just really, really amazing. To see, I guess, Mam in the flesh as well, because again, we did have that moment at the end of last season. So we knew that there was a bigger fish when it came to control, and we just didn't see her yet. And she was there all of this time, right in our faces. So, yeah. But I am very intrigued to see where her intentions do go, especially with the existence of Samaritan, especially with the idea that Samaritan has knocked itself into an unknown status from the ashes it's rising. So, and I'm wondering if she's gonna, like, she's got both Arthur and Finch, creators of the machine, right there. I do wonder if she's going to try and, like, have the whole world in her hands, not just what with Samaritan, not just with what Arthur created, but with Finch as well. So yeah. Speaking of Finch, I did want to talk about the young Finch flashbacks. It was so great, and yet so heartbreaking at the end of the day, because, I mean, just seeing his father deteriorate, it was just really, really sad. And memory, of course, was a very, very important aspect in this episode. I mean, obviously not just in terms of the lasp in memory for both Arthur and Finch's dad, but also for Reese. We'll get to Reese in a moment, of course, because again, there wasn't too much, and yet there was, if that makes sense. But yeah, but I really loved the flashback, especially in terms of Finch just like, what was it? The car engine. He just decided to take it apart and then try to fix it and all of that. But there are just some things that you can't fix. So, and you know, it was really, really, it was really great to see this relationship flourish with Harold and his dad. But there was a bittersweet circumstance in terms of, yeah. So, yeah, and it was just really, really heartbreaking all throughout, like even that last flashback. So but it was also really great to see Finch, you know, he created that memory machine, which I'm dubbing it as Mark Zero of the machine. So considering his ideals and how they would translate to present day. So yeah. But yeah, I also really loved as well, flashing back to the present day. Now obviously with Reese being a bit MIA, it was up to Shaw, and I mean, there was no one else that he could really rely on with Reese being gone. Of course, he's not in a darker place in terms of like beating the shit out of people and not stopping until, like, even if he's bleeding out from the gut, yeah. But he's still in a dark place. But with Reese being gone, he really had no other choice, because we know that he has been a bit hesitant when it comes to Shaw. And it was really, really great to see, because it did feel like for Finch he had to kind of regress to season 1 in a sense in terms of his connection with Reese, but he had to with Shaw because she was the only one that was capable enough to getting the job done of what Reese would have done. So, and I really loved the way that Shaw was able to handle things, as well as it was a nice callback to the last episode where we found out what one of Shaw's occupations was before, of course, we saw her in present day. But I just got to say, the way that she was able to communicate with Arthur, and the way that she was able to fill into that, like, kind of, I don't know, that it was just very knowing, like, what we know about Shaw and the emotions and all of that we've explored with her. I felt like she did a really, really solid job at putting on that mask, really. So, yeah. But I also really, as well, found it very interesting about Finch not answering the calls. And of course Root was going to know. But I found that very interesting, because it's like he's blamed the machine. That's my 2 cents on the matter. I feel like Finch, in some degree, blames the machine for what happened to Carter. Because, and I've even said this, and I feel like you can run it back, if for those brave enough to go back to Carter's death, of course, because I'm not dreading going to edit that, by the way, so great. But, I mean, the phone rang, and then 2 seconds later, Simmons pops out, and then just, yeah. So, that's why I'm saying there is a bit of blame. I think he is aware of the fact that the machine was sloppy, and there's no excuse like it's got a virus on it or something like that Kara distributed it. So, yeah. I don't know if that's got any kind of relation to Samaritan, but, yeah. I mean, it was really, really great stuff. And let's talk about Reese, because I did say we'd go to him, because, again, there is not much, you'd think, but there is also quite a bit in terms of. I mean, you could just chalk it up to he's retired and all of that. Like that might be the short version of it, but I think his conversation with Fusco was just very, very amazing. Like I said, I had to dart back. I had to dart to that Angel quote because I think it's very, very relevant to obviously what is going on in terms of Reese's mentality. And yeah, we know that Carter's death was going to mess him up. So yeah, but gotta say though, that fight sequence, Fusco's just insane, to be fair, as well, because you gotta think, this is 3 episodes on the trot that he's decided, you know what, I'm pulling up the sleeves, I'm gonna get dirty, because of course he strangled that HR prick in episode 9, and he went absolutely ballistic there, wasn't afraid to take Simmons on, and now we have this whole shebang of, I mean, it was a way to kind of sort Reese out, wasn't it? Like, kind of knock some common sense into him. But it's 3 episodes in a row that, you know, Simmons, that Fusco's like, okay, you know what? I'm not dealing with this shit. Put him up. So I kind of had a feeling where things were going to go there. But yeah, with Reese's mentality, I mean, it is very, very sad. And I can't exactly blame Reese for feeling that way in a sense, because I mean, again, it's an alternative to what he was in the last episode, but it's not like he's gonna like quickly get over Carter's death. There is that kind of you know, acceptance in a sense, but I mean, he doesn't really see himself as a hero. And there is even that moment where he just reflects on his dad. And I think he realizes that his dad was more of a hero. That's what he's saying in his head. He's more of a hero than he could ever be. He couldn't stop a close friend dying, and he is just flawed. And it's to the point that nothing matters anymore in terms of, like, you know, it's still gonna be the same, isn't it? So yeah. Like, bad things happen regardless of what we do. And that was like, you know, I was just thinking, Angel, when he made that mention, you know, he made that mention, and it was just really, really amazing, to peer into Reese's character, because, you know, whilst it's heartbreaking, it's, we are taking our time to digest his emotions and all of that. But again, I just couldn't help but think back to, if nothing we do that matters, then maybe all that matters is what we do. Because it's not like this is it for Reese. He's going to hang the cape up and Sean's going to take over for good from here onwards. He thinks that no matter what happens, it's all pointless. But yeah. So at the end of the day, there's going to be that moment where, okay, yes, this shit's going to continue to happen, but we can make an effort. It's what we do that matters. Because you've got to think about the good you have done in the course of this show. And yes, of course, Carter's death is going to be heavy. And you just think that, yeah, I couldn't save her. I'm not the hero. Nothing. We can't do shit. This thing's gonna keep happening, and then you just think, what's the point of it all? But one person can make a difference. Reese can make a difference. I mean, countless times he's saved people from death, and you know that is still valid. The bad doesn't negate, doesn't undo the good. So there's another quote for you, the 11th Doctor, when obviously, I guess Doctor Who spoilers, never thought I'd say that for a Person of Interest episode, but you think back to Vincent and the Doctor, when Amy was hoping that Vincent wouldn't take his own life, and then you know, like with there was that inspiration to Vincent, really, and that's it. She was hoping to make sure that his suicide wasn't going to happen, and she was completely disheartened when she came back, and he still died, but he still left a little memento to Amy. So yeah. But again, going back to Love Doctor, the good things don't always soften the bad things, but vice versa, the bad things don't always spoil the good things or make them important. So I feel like that is a very important note to Reese. I mean, yeah, obviously with death, there is that process of grief, but in time, he's going to accept that what matters is what he does at the end of the day. Because whilst Carter's death weighs heavy on him, Carter would not want him to give up. And Carter would also, like, say in The Great Beyond, to think about the good you have done since, you know, the pilot episode. So, yeah. As well as prior to that, obviously, but... and I know John does have his dark moments, but, again, what he's done in the course of this show and how he has helped in the fight against the bad... the world still needs Reese at the end of the day. So yeah. But yeah, it was a really, really great episode. Fantastic stuff. Because like I said, you know what? This is probably going to be low-key because we just had the greatest episode, in my opinion, for Person of Interest. So they're probably going to take things down a notch. So yeah. And yeah, we are like, hey, here's a second machine. He's Samaritan. And you remember Ma'am at the end of season 2? Here she is. So... oh yeah, she was posing as Arthur's wife, so no rest for the wicked when it comes to this show, but I love it. I'll see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right. If you want to check out more of my content, you can also subscribe to my Media Feeds and channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!